Hi, Luther.
Hey, Alan.
So, what are you doing?
I am setting up cameras so we can have a multi-camera production of our interview. And I think they're all working.
Okay, now I'm gonna ask you to introduce yourself, please.
Sure. Well, I'm Luther Krueger, Big Blue Sun Museum of Solar Cooking in Minneapolis, Minnesota. And I've been collecting solar cookers for 21 years. I'm up to about 95 as of today with this shipment going out from Albany, France, direct to the US. And I just take a keen interest in any type of cooker out there. After collecting so many, I've gotten to know many of the makers, including Alan, for the SUNplicity. And I think we're going to talk a little bit about that, right?
Yeah. So, just to know, what gave you the idea to begin?
To begin solar cooking?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I've always been an environmentalist, and in the early 2000s, I happened to see a solar cooker in the window of a store in Norfolk, Virginia, where my brother was stationed in the Navy. I had seen ads for the Sun oven, which had been available for 20 years by that point, or 30 maybe, and I asked the owner if it worked. He said I wouldn't sell it if it didn't work. But here, take a book. And he had a book. He was moving into the next storefront, so he didn't have time to talk. But he gave me a book called Cooking with the Sun by Beth and Dan Hallisey, who were solar engineers in, I believe, the 1950s and 1960s. And the book was how to make your own solar cooker. So I got home and I found some plywood per their instructions. Cardboard glued together an inch and a half thick insulation of cardboard, put felt around the edge and glass on top and reflectors, and the first pot I put out, it hit 280 Fahrenheit, which is about 130, 140 Celsius.
Mm-hmm.
And what really convinced me was I opened up the glass and grabbed the pot with my bare hand. And I think a lot of people go through this where they realize, energy is energy. If it's the sun, it's no different than if there was a flame from gas underneath. And so the rest is history, because I made 5 more for all of our nieces and nephews, did a road trip where I delivered them to all of them. Finally bought a Sun oven and just started buying solar cookers because I just thought they were so cool, and it was fun to cook without having to pay for gas. The food, I think everyone that I've talked to has said it tastes better. So that's where I'm at today. 95 cookers in my collection, and
95?
95 as of this one. It's not quite there yet, but it'll get there. Thank you, Alan.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. So that's where I'm at. And during the course of collecting cookers, I interacted with a lot of the makers or the people who had the one that I ended up adding to my collection. And so I realized, I'm actually starting to collect the stories behind the cookers as well, and the stories of the designers and inventors. And in 2020, attended the Council Foods Conference, Faro, Portugal, and met a lot of veteran solar cooks. And one, Michael Bonk in particular, had a podcast, Sunpod, Deutschland, DE. And when I got home and COVID hit, I figured, I'm going to hit the road and collect all these stories. So I hopped in my car. Actually, July, I visited the first one in South Dakota just as a trial run. And then September and October, for about a month or so, I visited 15 more and just brought a bunch of cameras, interviewed people. Didn't know what I was doing, but I just felt it was really important to get the story recorded. And 7 more road trips after that. I've got, I guess it says 140 at last count, posted on the web. So that's where I'm at. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you. Okay, now I have to ask you, where does SUNplicity gets into that story?
Well, I think it would have been 2018 or 2019, I think, I found out about the SUNplicity. And I had gotten a lot of cookers where the maker said, well, this is a portable cooker. And I found that a lot of them that claimed they were portable Well, they were portable as in you could put them in your car with some struggle. Or, for instance, one was a plastic parabolic that the reflectors were all the same size, and it ended up being, they put it into a backpack that was about the size of a cello case. And so I said, well, yeah, cellos are portable, but it's not a really convenient way to
Kind of
portable.
bulky.
Yeah, so when I saw the SUNplicity, I said, well, I got to give that a shot because I love the power of parabolics and it being so compact and easy to use from what I saw. And I ordered it, and I think we had a little trouble getting the card to work or whatever, but we made it happen. And I got it, and it with a lot of the cookers I put out to put food in, I'd always find one or two things where I could say, well, they could have done this better or that better. But, you know, I've said it before, I couldn't find anything wrong with it. It cooked according to the directions. Portability, it's absolutely the most portable cooker out there. It fits in, here's, I gotta hold this up to the camera. For my road trips, this basically goes in my trunk in the back. It's almost as if it takes up no room at all. You know, so it's the ultimate. The weight is not much. It'll cook for 2 or 3 people. I've had 2 or 3 at any given time, and so I'm often cooking with 2 or 3 at a time, along with other ones if we have a lot of guests. But I keep giving away one, and then I get another one to be able to fill its place. It's just fantastic. I can't say enough good about it.
Okay, thank you. What about